Hey everyone, it's Demetrius from Cohort. Wanted to share an idea that I had for a basic Titan video. I think that this is something that a lot of people really need when they first join an alliance, or maybe shortly after when they're getting ready to go from a starter alliance to their next alliance. I think a lot of this information is going to be good because it will help you for the future and set you up so that when you are making these moves, whether you're someone that's in Cohort now or somebody that maybe wants to be later on or in another big alliance family, you'll be ready to go. You won't be behind the curve and have a lot of catching up to do. So just to kind of let you guys know, I wanted to talk about a few things in this video. Talk about Titans, specifically, how a Titan battle works if you haven't done it or if you're not really sure what they're for, how you select your heroes for it, how you select your items for it, and then also Titan-specific heroes. I think that's a big list that I wish I had when I first started because just like probably a lot of you out there, I didn't have the best advice when I first started the game, and when I had a Rainbow 4-star team, I already had Grim. I got Tibertus, and of course he got fed to somebody else because I thought, well, I already have a ramming pulverizer from Grim. Why do I need another one? So that's something we'll talk about. One thing that this isn't going to be, it's not going to be a video about how to fight Titans with 5-star heroes because there's plenty of those out there. Plenty of the big name people do it all the time. This is going to be more like the working players Titan guide. Okay? So let's just start out. The first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was what it's going to do. So what Titans do is they increase your alliance score, one thing, and then the other thing they do is give ascension items. So let's first look at our alliance cohort. And you go to the score, which is right here, and you look at alliance score. You see our trophy score, which is the sum of everyone that's in our alliance, their trophies, and then the Titan score. Now, if you notice, our Titan score is a lot lower than our trophy score, but our alliance is 24 or 25 days old. So we've made it to 10-star Titans. I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to stay there because they take a lot of resources for our level. We're a mixed alliance. We have some people that have a lot of good heroes. We have some people that are pretty much starting out, or in this is the first alliance where they've been kind of serious. So I'm just going to click on my name. Let's see how long we've been in here. 25 days old. Okay, so we're at 10-star Titans in 25 days. The good thing about a 10-star Titan versus, lower level Titans is the number of rolls you get for ascension items. So I'm just going to go here. I saved this picture. This was from our last Titan that we defeated. It was a 9-star fire dragon. I don't know what it was called. Oh, volcanic dragon. And off to the left, a dagger is one ascension item. The wooden shield is a second. And then the trap tools is the third ascension item. I've seen people before get no non-farmable ascension items, like a dagger, a shield, and rope. And I've seen somebody get 3. They've gotten like trap tools, a tabard, and something else. I don't know, maybe one of the magic orbs. So it's possible, but it's random. It's completely random. When you're in those alliances, whether you're like I said, if you're in cohort or any other alliance, you don't have to get the number 1 score to get items. We all joke about the A+ curse, which would be the high score. And the A+ curse from me, I think I'm probably the last 10 A+s I've ever had, which is where you score the high score on the Titan. I don't think I've gotten anything good. So just, take that with a grain of salt. All right, so let's go back. We kind of understand how that is. I'm going to go to the Titan, but I'm not going to start, okay? So when you get you're going to your Titan, this one we're actually taking a pass on. So when we click on it, you'll notice there's not very much time left and we didn't do a lot. We pre-planned this escape on this Titan so everybody could save their items and they would have full flags, which your Titan flags, at the max you get 3 out of 3. So we're going to have full flags for our next Titan. So I'm going to use some flags here at the end of this video so that we can kind of get an idea of how this all works together. But if I was to hit next on here for this guy, well, let's look at his special skill. So this guy's special skill, 120% damage to all enemies, and all enemies get minus 30 defense for 6 turns. Okay, pretty easy to understand that. Let's go to next. The next is where you would choose your Titan teams, okay? So, I put heroes here for a minute for us to look at, but let's backtrack a minute and let's talk about how the Titan battle works. It's going to be 90 seconds from the time it hits go. It's going to have like a weak spot on it where you hit stun. Let's just do a basic one. I'm just going to put a super simple Rainbow Titan team in here, okay? I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to take Wukong out because he's special. So I'm just going to be real simple. I'm just going to start my first purple. I'm just going to go purple. Then I'm going to go yellow. Oh, wait, let's do purple on the far left, just by color, right? So purple. Then we'll do, I thought I saw Chow. Yellow. Let's do blue, green, and Lancelot's red. Okay, super simple. These are basic items on here, right? So it's axes. We've got banners, antidotes, and mana. Now, of course, this would be customized for this Titan because we wouldn't need antidotes because we have the turtle banners, which increases our defense. But I'll talk about that in a minute. So let's just look at this thing, okay? This goal is not to score points. All we're going to do is look at how it works. We may not even do the full 90 seconds. So I'll hit fight. Now when I go in, the first thing you notice off to the left is the weak spot. So it's up. I'm just clicking this, right? So the weak spot's up here. So if I move this yellow gem to the right and get these greens lined up, he'll be stunned. That's called chasing the stun. So if I go to the stun again and I make a diamond right here, now he's going to be stunned for another turn. Oh, now wait a minute. I don't have anything that I can line 3 in a row, so he's not going to be stunned. He's going to actually hit me. So let's see what happens. I'll make a dragon and then see what happens. He's able to hit me. You notice how powerful he is. He's a 10-star Titan. He almost killed Sonya. And the dot moved to the far right, so it's up here now. That's chasing the stun, right? I can't do anything on here either, so I'm going to try and match just to get some purples to move up, and we'll see what happens. All right, now another hero is almost dead, but I can actually make a match now. So here we go, boom. Stunned. I've got a special, I'll go ahead and shoot it. Now I'm going to go to the right with this red. He's going to be stunned again, but now the dot's moving. So the dot's moved again. See? I'm going to go ahead and make this dragon. With my dragon, Tiburtus will go, and then I'm going to go ahead and I know the dragon will get me a stun again. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot all of those, and then I'll just do another dragon, just to see. Okay, so I made it. I survived the whole time. I didn't use any items. Nobody died, and I got 7,300 points. It's not bad. It's not great because when you're up to that level with 10-star Titans, you know, everybody in the Alliance needs to probably do, I guess maybe if you add all their kill or their hits up, probably 60,000 damage or more in order to actually kill the Titan within a decent amount of time, maybe higher. Let's see how much this guy had 3.16 million health. He divided by 30 people. That means everybody has to do over 100,000 damage each. Now, there's going to be some people that would do more damage overall. This isn't per hit. This is total, right? So there's going to be some people that are going to do more than that damage, and then some that are going to do less. Let's look at our alliance and just see. Now, no one was really being serious on this. Some people use their hits. So Father Time's one of our co-leads, and he got 80,000. Everyone stopped at about the 11-hour mark, so these numbers would all be up. But as you look in here, some are good, right? These are getting low, and then we're probably towards the bottom. These guys down at the bottom didn't even hit, and it's okay. They didn't have to. But my one hit right here was 7,300. So let's just say I used that same style of team 3 times. My total damage would be a little bit over 21, maybe almost 22,000. Not very good. Not in the long run on one of these. But if that was the only heroes I had, that's fine. Okay, so I kind of told the basics of this. Let's just go back to our heroes for a minute, okay? And we're just going to look at all of my heroes. One of the things that you want to realize is everybody has a starting out level of heroes. We were all there. So if these things are all made by power, where they're organized, let's just get down to where we're more, okay, right down here. So in this mixture, I've got some leveled out 3 stars that are fully leveled, right? I've got a few 4 stars up here that are at 60, which means they're waiting for ascension materials to go up. And here's a few more. So let's just, with this level of people right here, let's just do another Titan hit. So we're going to use 3 stars and some 364 stars. We're going to do the same thing again. The only thing I'm going to do differently, I think, is I'm going to add some items. I'm actually going to use those. So remember, I don't need the antidotes, so I might put health in for that one. So I'll have axes, I'll have the dragon banner, or the turtle banners, excuse me, that bring our defense back up. I'll have some mana and some health. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go back in, we'll go again. This is number 4 is my Titan team. The game kind of knows what I want to do. So I'm going to take these guys out. I'm going to go down to that level we were talking about, and I'm going to put them in color order again, just because it's easy. So we'll put Tyrum. Our yellow is going to be Hu Tao. Oh, wait. Tyrum? Hu Tao. And then blue, we'll throw Grim in there. Red's going to be, oh no, green's going to be Belith. And red's going to be Nashgar since he's staring at me, okay? So as far as this goes, let's just change these guys out real quick. Boom. I'm just trying to make it more realistic, right? Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm not really worried about the troops. I'm just bringing in 3 stars because this is more realistic of somebody that doesn't have a ton of heroes. So let's try this. The last thing I wanted to do was switch this out and add some health, right? And let's just pretend, or just say, not pretend, let's just say we're using these bigger potions. All right, so now we've got that. We've got some mana, potions, turtle banners, and axes. Let's try it out. Okay, so I can stun right off the bat. Now I can't stun. So here's what you want to do. You want to use an axe to lower his attack. That's what that means on the little stars on the right. And then I'm going to use a dragon or a turtle banner to increase my defense, because whatever I do right now, it's not going to help. So let's do this. I'm going to use this. Now, if you notice, I can either use the green or the yellow to get him stunned again. And you see how powerful he is? Nashgar's dead, 1 hit. Okay, so if this happens and this is you, don't get upset about it. It's okay. I'm going to try and make a purple diamond. I don't have anything that's in line with the dot that's going to stun it. So I'm going to make a purple diamond. He's probably going to kill somebody. Ooh, he didn't kill Hu Tao. That's good. Okay, let's heal Hu Tao back up since he wasn't shot completely, right? Now, we know we're going to use this purple diamond, so I'm going to use a little bit of mana to get Grim ready, and I'm going to use Grim. Grim lowers the defense of the Titan. That's what that little blue shield means. And then I'm going to hit this. I hit the diamond. It's going to clear some things out. Oh, he's almost dead. Let's heal him back up. Let's try. Do this. Tyrum got his shot in, then I'm going to increase our defense again, and then I'm going to try and get that dot. I can't get it again. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, he's dead. Okay, 5 seconds. So obviously, it's over. Obviously, when this goes on, you're going to be scrambling and going very fast and trying to do the damage as fast as you can, right? But the problem is that when you have these beginning level heroes, or the starting out heroes, I'll say, right? They're not beginners because those would be 1 stars, but where, you know, people that are around level 20, 25, maybe they haven't had good luck on their summons. Maybe they just haven't had good luck leveling and they didn't get the ascension items to get those 4 stars past that 360 level. When you look at this score and you go, oh, 2,390 points, I'm horrible. You're actually not. For the heroes you have, you're doing a great job. Okay, so just remember that. Starting out heroes, that's where you're going to be. Let's go back to my heroes and let's kind of go up a little bit. And let's look at all the 4s, right? So these are all finished 4 stars. Well, there's a 5-star right there that's at 260, but you kind of get the idea with this middle group right here. Okay, so with this middle group right here, and just take Wukong out because he's special, right? Let's pretend you don't have Wukong. With this middle group right here, we can do another Titan hit. We'll do the same thing, and we'll probably get around, using those items, we'll probably get around 10,000 points, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so let's try that. So we'll switch these guys out. I'm going to leave those troops the same. just because it's, you know, it's fine. It doesn't need to be special. Okay, so my purple's going to be Regard to heal. And I'm using a rainbow team on purpose, guys. I'm assuming that just like me, you know, a lot of you out there, you don't have the luxury of having 3 purple heroes, 4 blue heroes, you know, 2 greens, whatever. I'm just assuming that everyone's kind of like me. Well, this is how it was when I first started out. I'm going to put Boral in the middle to do a little riposte to reflect some damage. I'll put the big Little John right there, and on the end Scarlet, who was my first 4-star hero ever. So let's try this. Same setup with our items and same, let's put the troops back. It'll just take a second. I'll just click, click, click. Where is it? I'm just looking, oh, there it is. I was just looking past it. Sorry. Here we go. Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, let's do it. I'm not going to talk as much on this, but you get the idea. We're trying to chase that stun. So let's see if I can do a little bit more concentrating here. I was trying to figure out what to do. I couldn't really think of a move right there. I'm going to get hit. Oh, he killed me. I totally screwed up. I should have done this, and I should have done that when I knew I couldn't get the stun. So, I mean, I've been playing for a year, and I still make mistakes. I can't get a stun. There's nothing over here. I'm going to go ahead and do this and see what I can get going. Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to save Chow, and I'm going to actually get a little bit of mana for Regard, and I'm going to get some for Boral. Boral, I'm going to let him go, and then for Regard, I'm going to save him, hoping that if someone gets hit, I can heal him. There we go. Let's do this. So now we've got, okay, here it comes. He did a little damage to himself, if you noticed, but I can fix what he did to us with a banner. I've got still got a little bit of an attack down, and let's see if I can keep going here. It hasn't moved. Oh, no. Okay, so people are getting one shot left and right. This is how it normally is when you first start, when you know, maybe come from a smaller alliance and you're facing huge titans, right? You got there's nothing you can do. Let's see how we did. 6,000, 8,000? I don't know. It's not going to be that good. 5,000. So here we go. So you're at that mid-level. This mid-level point where, you know, you don't have a lot of heroes to choose from. Maybe you've got one 4-star defense team that's maxed out. So look at that score. So it went up, right? Went up by double. It basically doubled. So we have starting out, we have mid-level. Let's go in between mid to the end level, and let's assume that we can color stack. And let's assume that we have Wukong. Okay, so let's go back down to my heroes. Color stacking means that you take away the weak color and you add the strong color. So for a blue Titan, that would mean taking away red and adding a green. Okay? And Wukong, the best part about him, where is my monkey? The best part about Wukong is he adds something called Gambler's Stance, which adds an additional 185% attack when these tiles hit. But there's about a 32% accuracy defense or debuff, which means that 1 in 3 tiles are going to miss. It's almost triple damage, and 1 in 3 of them are going to miss. So we're going to add him to the next little thing. I'm going to use a flask. In our alliance, we don't use flasks, which are the Titan flasks. I have 1 million of them. You'll see in a second. I have 34. We don't use them unless we're fighting a ultra rare Titan, something that we can get good materials. Okay, so now on this next one, I'm gonna do everything with that mid-level, but I'm gonna change just a couple of things. I know that I can't have red, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color stack, and this is what my color stack's gonna be. I'm gonna have my 1 blue, 2 blues, and let's say I have 2 greens and Wukong, okay? So I've got a green, my other green is gonna be Melindor, and then Wukong. This is my color stack right here. This would be what I would normally use on this Titan. Probably have maybe a bigger character in, I don't know, but let's just try this right here, okay? We're going to do more damage with the green tiles, which are the strong color against a Titan. I'll explain why I have Kirill and Grimm here, and I'll explain the order, but this is how I do this all the time, okay? Think about this as a mid towards middle to end level. Let's try it again. All right, so still, I don't really have anything to get right now, so let's do this. And I'm going to clear those purples out because I don't have any purples on the board anyway. I can make a red diamond if I can keep these guys alive. Here's my red diamond. It's going to give me a stun. Okay, it moved. There's purple. It's going to get me another stun. And at this point, what I'm going to do is move this purple over. It's going to give me stun, clear out a couple of greens, and then at this point, I might be getting close to... All right, I'm going to try one thing here. I'm going to just try and top these guys off, and I'm going to top off Wukong. Okay, you always want to go from left to right. So left, Kirill's going to add some strength. Grimm's going to add a little bit of defense debuff. Wukong's going to help with the gambler stance. And then let's go from here. I'm going to try and make a diamond. And then he's going to shoot. I got rid of it. Let's try this right here. But I'm actually trying to get more green, more blues, so I can get some points. There we go. There's some good points. Everyone's happy now. Watch. One, heal. There's there. I don't know if I'll get the stun. I didn't get the stun because of that gambler stance, right? Wukong's ability is still up. But you notice I'm kind of making diamonds on the board. Here it goes. I'm going to try and do Wukong again. Maybe I'll do this. I don't even know if I'll get any more points out of this. And he's going to shoot last time, but it's over. No big deal. Probably 25,000. 19,000. Perfect. So that kind of shows you how Wukong changes, right? All I did was color stacked and added a couple of more heroes that are good or normal against that Titan and took away what was bad, right? So that's your middle, in between mid and end level Titan hits. Let's go ahead and get kind of a specific thing about these Titan heroes that I'm talking about, okay? So I showed you some. I'm going to go to where my heroes are selected and get to the top and hit Edit Team. Okay, here's how I set it up, and this is how I taught some other people in my alliance and another alliance I went to kind of visit for a little bit. When you do a Titan hit, you want to set it up and you want to have basically 4 things. The first one's going to be a strength buffing hero, and you always bring one with you. So your 2 strength buffers are Bolttusk and Kirill. Bolttusk is almost 50% attack increase, and Kirill is 30%. So these 2 guys come to every Titan battle, no matter what. So, you know, Bolttusk does really good against, if it's a red Titan or a green Titan. Kirill's going to be against blue. Wait, red and green. Kirill's going to be against blue and red. And then the other ones, they can work on whatever they want in between, as long as they're not going against a weak color. Okay, makes sense. All right, next. Team 2 is color-specific defense debuff heroes. Let me skip them and I'll come right back. Because these heroes are from a special event. So you actually have to be lucky, do 10 pulls, and do all this stuff to get these guys. But here's this group. So these are your defense debuff heroes. What that means is they lower the defenses of your Titan that you're fighting. So if the Kirill and Bolttusk raise your attack, and then these guys lower the defense, you're going to do a lot more damage. So Tibertus, Grimm, and Gormak. If you notice, my poor Gormak isn't even leveled up. He's kind of been in this long list of reds that I haven't had a chance to level. So he's stuck at level 1. Poor Gormak. But their special is called Ramming Pulverizer. Minus 34% defense for 6 turns. 6 turns is a decent amount of time, and that 34% is a decent amount of time. So when you think about it, or decent percentage, I guess I would say. So when you think about it, these guys plus these guys over here allow you to, you know, probably double your Titan score, depending, you know, compared to what we were before. Now the last part, these color specific. Panther is good on yellow Titans because Panther lowers the defense of the Titan against dark, which is purple. Okay, Jackal works against purple Titans because it lowers the defense against holy damage. And it's by 54% for Jackal. It's unbelievable. And then Falcon lowers it by 54% for against fire. So obviously that's what I use against red titans. Green titans. That's what I've been doing against greens for a long time. Okay, so that's those three. I call those the Titan heroes, and then of course there's Wukong with his special. So these four types of heroes, so strength buffing, defense debuffing, color specific debuffing, and then Wukong. Those are your four groups or your four types of Titan heroes. I would suggest to anyone that when you get these, you level these up as a priority. If you have something that you really wanted to work on before that, if you had an event hero that you got, or you got lucky and got really lucky and got a 5-star and you want to work on them, that's great. But before you go doing anything else and leveling anything up, you need to make sure that you've got all your Titan heroes ready. Like I'm lacking because I don't have Gormek set up. If I had Gormek ready, in the Bold Tusk, Gormek, and Falcon combination would really, really help my Titan scores on against Green Titans. So I really need to follow that too. But part of my thing I think was the Ascension items. You only have a limited number of items, and you've got other people that really take a priority and can do a lot more. And plus, I already had Falcon, which helped out. So there's that. Okay, let's see. When I would say more end-level heroes, I don't have a lot, but you start looking into your 5-stars and how 5-stars affect. So I've got Gregorion. He was the July hero of the month, and I've got him tier 4, level 70. He's almost done, but it might take a week. It's so slow at this point. But, you imagine fighting against that Ice Hammer giant, and instead of having Little John, who had 569 defense and 988 health, I put in Gregorion with 696 defense and 1300 health. That probably would have helped my score a lot. So when you think about the end level hero selection, it's going to be people that have multiple 5-stars in each color and that they can just pick and choose what they want to do. I'm kind of in the middle, right? I'm above that mid-level where I've got enough heroes of one color that I can do what I want, but I don't have all 5-stars. I can't put 5-stars against a Titan right now. Okay, so we've done a few hits. Let's do one more hit, and I'll use more advanced items. Okay, so the advanced items are, and let me get this guy's loaded up. So I'm going to take him out. I'm going to go ahead and put in Gregorion. I don't think anyone else is going to do any more. I'm going to leave Melindor in there as far as being able to have a second heal because of how beastly this guy is. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 things out and I'm going to add 2 items. So the 2 items I'm thinking of specifically are a Time Stop and a Tornado. They would be your advanced items. If you notice, I have a lot of both, but I've been building them, and one of the other guys in the Alliance, Father Time, and I, we're trying to build them and save them, so that whenever they have the next event, we can try to make a good run, trying to get into the top 100 so we can get some good items. So if you're at that point too, you might want to think about saving your Time Stops and Tornadoes. But for this one, I really want you guys to see the difference and how it works. What a Time Stop does is it actually stops, you touch the Time Stop and then you touch the Titan. It stops the Titan from attacking for 3 turns, and it takes away its mana. So that's a good thing. If it's manned up and it's getting ready to fire, you hit that Time Stop, it loses its mana, and now you've got three turns to move the board around to make it better. Sometimes people will try to do a lot of damage in that 3 turns, but what I like to do is I like to, if I can, clear away negative tiles. Tiles that don't do any good to us, okay? A Tornado, it gives your heroes 40% mana, and then it shuffles the board. So 40% mana is a decent amount. Shuffling the board is a great amount. What we can do actually here, I'm just thinking about this. Let's try this. I'm going to fix this one more time. I'm going to put those turtle banners in still. Or do I need them? No, let's use axes, and then I'm going to use these mana potions. These are 60%. So the blue mana potion, this middle one, plus the Tornado will give us 100% mana if we need it. But I'm not going to do it right away. You'll see. Let's try this hit. So everything's set up. Let's try it. Let's see how we do. Okay, right away, I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the board. I don't like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a time stop because I'm going to try and clear something out. But I see a diamond. So let's just make that diamond. Here we go. All right, I'm going to save those guys. I like to save everyone until they're together at the same time. Like right now, let's go ahead and do this. I like to do them all left to right. 1, 2, I'm going to save a Melindor. I'm going to make this diamond. I've got to go ahead and hit this. Let's clear the reds. We've got a bunch of greens. We can do that again. We'll do this guy. There we go. This should be a good hit. Okay. He's going to hit. He's going to shoot. That's okay. Boom. I'm okay. Let's do this. Oh, he got one shot. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and use a time stop and try and clear some of this out for a minute. I don't have a lot of time, 17 seconds, but I'm trying to get rid of some of this junk. All right, 9 seconds left. Let's just try and do one more. Trying to hit this. No, I didn't get it. All right, let's see. 40,000 maybe? 33,000. I was estimating a little high the whole time. But you can see the difference in how it does when you use that type of a setup. But I don't know if it's worth it in the long run. You have to kind of figure it out yourself. If it was a Titan like this, for an example, that we all decided at the beginning in the leadership group, hey, we're going to let this guy go, it is not worth using whatever I did, 2 tornadoes and 2 time stops, to get 33,000 points. That doesn't really matter, and we're letting the guy go anyway. So that's something that you're going to have to consider, depending on your alliance and how they like to do it. Plus you too, it's your thing too. You want to do the best you can on Titans. You always want to score as high as you can, but use those items wisely. One of the things I wanted to just go ahead and mention, since I said items, and this is for my alliance, is we talk about arrows. People talk about, oh, I use arrows all the time. And I didn't even mention arrows, even though I have a lot of them. And here's why. In order to craft an arrow, you have to use one of these crude iron nuggets and some of this string. And you may think it's really not that big of a deal. The enemies get damaged, and then there's, I don't know, less accurate for 4 turns. I don't know if it's 20%, but I used to use these all the time. I don't even use them anymore, and here's why. I only have 136 of those little crude iron nuggets left. Look down here. Oh, I got to get a different one. I'll collect that. Let's look right here. So when you go to craft tornadoes, you need 4 of those nuggets, or iron, excuse me, 4 iron per tornado. So obviously if I went to go craft now, whatever 136 is, I've got, 30 something that I can make, but I'm going to have to get more of this in order to do it. So I don't think it's, for me personally at this stage of the game, it's not worth it for me to even make arrows. Arrows just seem like they'd be a waste of my crude iron. If I had, 1,000 crude iron and I wanted to make, 50 arrows, I guess that's cool. But, I'd rather have a bunch of tornadoes for that next event coming up. All right, so let's see. I just kind of want to recap. I wrote some things down. So I kind of explained to you guys about how Titan, the Titan kills increase your alliance score and then gives ascension items. I think I showed you right here in my gallery an example of an item that you can get. Sometimes you get none. Sometimes you get some, sometimes you get 3, but it's all random. So, don't get mad at anyone else because they did something great, and don't get down on yourself if you go 3 or 4 days without getting an item. Okay. It's not even worth the stress. We talked about the Titan. We saw a bunch of different things as far as how it works. We tried to chase the stuns sometimes, and hopefully I explained how you can use items to try and mitigate damage that the Titan deals out while you're chasing the stun. As your heroes, as you get more heroes and you get them leveled, you have a different way at approaching Titans. So that beginning level, when you're mixing some 3 stars and some 364 stars, or maybe you have a maxed out 4 star, you're not going to get a very high score against a 10-star Titan. It's okay. You're going to get better. Your heroes are going to get leveled up. You're going to get, double in, like you're going to have 2 blue heroes and 2 green heroes, and you're going to get them leveled up. And you're going to keep going, and you're going to be able to actually get to that point where you can deal 25, 30,000 points of damage per Titan hit, regularly. And it'll really be an asset to your alliance wherever you are. I talked about the Titan heroes, the Titan specific heroes, which are your strength buffing heroes, your defense debuffing heroes, the color specific defense debuffers, and then Wukong. So Boltusk and Kirill, bring one of them to every Titan fight if you have them. If you only have Kirill and you're fighting against a green Titan, who cares? Bring Kirill. The simple fact that his tile damage is less against the green Titan does not matter. He's going to heal your people. He's going to give them a little bit of defense. And also, he's going to give them an attack increase. So bring him no matter what, either Kirill or Boltusk. Then those defense debuffers. So Tibertus, Grim, or Gormek. If you only have one, like I only had Grim forever, just keep with Grim. Don't worry about anything else. Grim is the one you need. If you have Tibertus, just keep them. And then when you get another one, if you get them leveled up, then you can switch them out. You can have Tibertus against your yellow Titans, and then the other colors, and then maybe use Grim against purple, since, the colors are weaker or whatever. Your color-specific defense debuffer, that comes from the Guardians. And, to be honest, you have to be pretty lucky. I got Panther, and I didn't even realize how lucky I was until people told me. So that type of a thing, if you don't have those heroes, it's okay. You don't need them. I talked about items. Your basic sustainable items would be axes, the turtle banners, and they have a bear banner, which increases your attack. Some Titans lower your attack. So you bring a bear banner instead of an antidote to counteract it. Antidotes for blindness and things like that. Mana and health potions. All those things increase survivability. You've got the advanced ones, which are time stops and tornadoes, but they're very resource heavy, resource dependent, and they're best used on other things. I guess the last thing, like I said before, is that there's a lot of videos out there with 5 stars. If you guys wanted to look at those, I'm sure you can find people doing 100,000, damage on a 10-star Titan. I mean, it's incredible when they do it, and I'm just amazed at every single person that can do that. Don't worry if your hits aren't that way. I know I've said that a million times, but I think it's really important for people to know. The combinations work when you use them. Remember to try and set these heroes up from left to right. Fire them from left to right if you can. And if you end up and you have a Wukong, don't shoot Wukong before you do any of the other heroes, because there's a chance they can miss. So that's why I always put him in the right corner by himself. Let's see. The last things is, if you guys like the video, give me a like. If there's something that you want me to show you, write it in the comments, or if you're in cohort, maybe you can put it in our Discord server, ask me, and I'll get with you, and we can totally do it. If you're not a member of cohort and you want to learn more, I'm going to put a link to our server in there. You can join. It's free. We have a cohort academy where I'm there, Father Time's there, some other people that know a lot about the game are there, and we'd love to help you. You don't have to be a member to get help for free. And I just want to tell everyone, thanks for watching. I know it was kind of a little bit longer than I thought, but, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Good luck with your Titan hits.